Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be doing a bike shop check here in Da Nang, Vietnam. And I'm really excited because this is our first bike shop tour that we're doing here in Vietnam. We've gotten a lot of requests to film this video, and this is our local shop that we go to for all of our bike repairs. And we actually bought our most recent bike from this shop. This is the Trek FX2 hybrid bike. We used this on our recent bike touring trip here in Vietnam. So the shop is located right here on this little side street, and they've also got a cool Trek branded pickup truck, which is cool to see. You don't see too many pickup trucks here in Vietnam actually. And often when we come here, we'll see the owner working on some different bikes. And today he's working on his wife's new bike. So he just got this new bike for his wife. This is a brand new Trek Imonda, beautiful pink color. And I bet the wife is pretty happy with her new bike. So this is Cuong, the owner. We're going to let him work on his bike for right now, and we'll ask him some questions later.
Yep. Welcome.
He's a pretty sweet guy, and he speaks English, so he can answer all your questions. Not just a little. So he's always helping us out, and most recently, we asked him for some help boxing up our bikes. So we got our road bikes here in these boxes ready to go for my flight back to the US in a few days. And he's got his whole workstation out here, right outside, everything he needs to do all his repairs. But anyway, let's go on inside and check out what kind of bikes we got in here. So a lot of businesses in Vietnam have a more rectangular style structure. A lot of houses are the same. Some people call them tube houses, but this is a really popular design for Vietnamese houses, Vietnamese businesses. And a lot of them actually, the business is on the first floor, and then the residence is upstairs on the second and third floor and so on. So his place is actually the same. So this is actually his house. And the first floor is the bike shop, and then he lives upstairs. So he's always here, and even a few times we've come here when the shop has been closed, he's come downstairs to help us when we were in a pinch. So we got some different models on display here up on the sidewall, and then a couple other models down on the floor. So in Vietnam, especially in Da Nang where we live, road biking is really popular. And a lot of people also will do their road rides on mountain bikes. So usually the more casual riders, they'll ride on their mountain bikes or the hybrid bikes. But people starting to get more serious into the sport will ride their road bikes. You won't find too many super high-end models in stock in any bike shops in Vietnam. Usually Shimano 105 will be the highest spec that they'll have in stock, and anything higher will be more of a special order, just because the normal budget of most people here isn't that high. So a lot of the bikes here are more entry and lower mid-level range. So it looks like all the bikes on the wall are the road bikes, and then the bikes on the floor are going to be the hybrid and the mountain bikes. So we've got a couple step-through Trek models here. And for the mountain bikes, looks like we've got a Marlin, a Dual Sport. We've also got another one of the Trek FX hybrid bikes, so that's pretty similar to ours. This one is the FX1. We've got another Marlin, and this is also pretty cool to see. This is a Trek Pro Caliber. So I'm moving back to the US actually in the next week, and I'm starting to look at some different mountain bike options for what to get, and strongly considering a Trek Pro Caliber, since my old mountain bike used to be a Gary Fisher Paragon, which was in the Trek family. I'm also pretty surprised to see a full suspension model in here. So this is a Fuel EX. And for the road bikes, it looks like we got a Domane aluminum. So if you're looking for a road bike in Vietnam, I highly suggest going for a more endurance-based model or gravel-style model. That way you can get some extra tire clearance if you need it for some of the more rougher roads. So the Domane is a really good endurance bike model, perfect for the roads here. And they've also got a cool touring bike set up on display here. So this is the Trek 520 frame. This is a bike I've always been interested in testing out. So this bike is pretty much ready to go for touring. It's got the rear rack, the pannier bag on display, and it's also got the front rack as well, which you can also add some extra pannier bags on. So if you really wanted to go crazy full bike touring mode, you can fit 4 panniers on this bike. Another great bike for the riding here in Vietnam is the Trek Checkpoint. So this one has a lot more tire clearance, so you can fit some nice, wider, comfier tires for the rough roads here. Overall though, the roads here in Da Nang, Vietnam are very smooth, so we're pretty comfortable on our 700 by 25 tires, but there are some days where we really wish we had enough room to put some extra size on our tires. So 28s or even 32s would be really comfortable, I think. And on the other side of the shop, we got our different parts and accessories. So let's take a look at some of the components and stuff that we've got in stock. We got some SRAM GX, some SRAM Red. Oh yeah, that stuff was so hard to find when we were living in Japan sometimes. Japan was literally Shimano country. So it's nice to see some SRAM stuff in stock here. So we got some helmets up here. We've got some Camelback water bottles, some extra chains, some bottle cages, extra pedals, some extra tubes, some extra cleats, some brake pads. So most of the main stuff that you'd need. We've also got some bar tape, some lights, some bike pumps, some extra lights, bottle cages, and some bike computers. Next over here, we got some nutritional supplements. We've got some GU drink tabs and also some gels. For bike cleaning, we've got a bunch of different muck-off stuff. I often use the muck-off for bike cleaner. I haven't tried the chain lube yet, so I'll need to try that one day. And we've got a few other helmets, some from Giro, some from Trek, and also from Rock Brothers. And we've also got a few more bikes on display over here. We've got another Trek Checkpoint, so another great bike for the riding here in Vietnam. Perfect for any type of adventure. And that's pretty much it. So that's the full shop. Next, let's go bug the owner and ask him some questions. All right, so we're here with the owner, Mr. Cuong.
Hello.
And I just wanted to ask you a few questions. You recently opened your shop, what was it, about a year or two ago when you first opened?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
During exactly the same time, 2 years ago.
Yeah, almost exactly when we first moved here.
Yeah.
So good timing for us.
Yeah.
We got a perfect new bike shop in town. So I wanted to ask you about some of your other services. We get a lot of questions on our channel about what places have bike rentals here in Da Nang. And so you do have some mountain bike rentals right now, right?
Eventually, I have mountain bike,
Yeah.
hybrid, and tri bike.
Okay, triathlon bike,
Yep. Except road bike.
everything
but,
except road bike.
It's going to be on the plan.
Okay,
Yep.
so in the near future, you're planning to start
Yeah,
getting some
right.
road bikes. Okay, so that's perfect. We get a lot of people asking for road
Yeah.
bikes, so I'm sure you'll get some demand. And so this is a Trek shop, but you do repairs on all different brands. You don't need to
Yeah, I
have a
do,
Trek bike.
Eventually, I do all kind of brand to do the repair, maintenance, preventive maintenance, and upgrading the parts, converting or swapping things.
Full service, all different bikes.
Service,
Perfect.
all different bikes.
All right. And I wanted to ask your opinion. So what do you think is the most popular type of bike here in Vietnam, especially here in Da Nang?
Well, eventually, the road bike is still dominant here in Da Nang,
Yep.
where we have different terrain and all smooth surface. So
Yeah, the road quality here is very good.
yeah, the road quality here is still very good. So,
Yeah.
but in the future, I think probably 1 or 2 year time, the gravel bike should be coming.
Yeah.
More popular than road bike here.
Yeah.
Because, the people choosing the gravel bike because they can see the beautiful scenery around
Yeah.
beaches.
Yeah, in the city, the roads are very good, but once you get outside the city, in the more countryside,
Yeah, more
there's still a lot of
countryside.
rough roads.
Yeah, a lot of rough and bumpy roads, so
Yep.
it's good for gravel bike.
So what do you think is the perfect Trek model for cycling in Da Nang? I would think the Checkpoint would be a good model for
Yeah,
here.
checkpoint, definitely. Checkpoint is designed for the gravel.
Right.
So it adapts very well with the rough area, rough road like in Hoa Ba or surround Da Nang countryside.
Yep.
Yeah, checkpoint. I'm pretty sure that I saw a lot.
Yep, and hopefully the gravel bike will be more popular.
Yeah, it's become more popular here in Da Nang.
All right, well, that's all my questions. Is there anything
you.
else you wanted to say?
Thank you. Welcome to Da Nang. If
Thank-
you come to Da Nang with your bike, you can come to Pay Store
Okay, perfect.
for taking care of your bike.
Sounds good. All right, well, thank you for all your help over the years and wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
I'll
Wish
let-
you all the
Thank
best.
you. I'll let you get back to work on your beautiful wife's bike.